Have you ever noticed something strange? You can spend 5 hours editing a video, designing something, or even playing games, still feel mentally okay. But somehow, just 2 hours of coding can completely destroy your brain. And the weird part is, most programmers don't even realize why it happens. Programming is psychologically different from other most skills, and the reason has almost nothing to do with difficulty. It's because coding puts an insane amount of cognitive pressure on your brain. Let me explain. When you edit a video, draw something, or design a thumbnail, your brain gets constant visual feedback. You see progress immediately. You cut a clip, add effects, and objects are moving. You instantly know something is changing. That thing creates small dopamine rewards continuously. But coding is different. In programming, you can work for 3 hours and still feel like you achieved absolutely nothing because most of the progress is invisible. When you look at programmer's screen, you will usually see multiple things running at once: VS Code, Postman for API testing, Docker containers, dozens of browser tabs, and other technical tools. Because programming is not just coding, you are constantly managing variables, functions, logic, state errors, architecture, all at the same time. And sometimes even tiny mistake can break everything. That's why coding creates massive cognitive load. Your brain is not just creating something, it's constantly stimulating systems mentally. And this become even worse because of uncertainty. And in video editing, most of the time you know what to do. But in programming, you don't know what to do next. I mean, you didn't even know like your project will be finished or not. Half of the mental exhaustion comes from not knowing why something isn't working, and that uncertainty slowly drains your energy. That's why programmers can stare at one bug for hours without moving physically and still feel mentally exhausted afterward. But there is another reason coding feels different, because the rewards are delayed or very delayed. In most creative skills, you see improvement visually and emotionally very fast. But in programming, you can spend months feeling stupid before things finally start making sense. And honestly, I think that's one of the reasons so many programmers isolate themselves, because coding slowly changes the way your brain operates. You spend more time inside system, inside logic, inside problem solving loops, and over the time your brain almost becomes addicted to solving problems. That's why many programmers can't switch off mentally. Even while resting, their brain is still debugging something in the background. So, programming is not just difficult, it's cognitively invasive. And I think that's why coding feels so mentally different from most other skills. Not because programmers are smarter, but because programming constantly overloads the brain with abstraction, uncertainty, and delayed reward. And honestly, if you ever feel mentally exhausted after coding just for a few hours, you are not lazy. Your brain is probably just overloaded.